Swedish band ABBA, made up of Agnetha, Bjorn, Benny, and Anni-Frid, hence ABBA, conquered the global record charts in the 1970s and became one of the most successful music groups of all time, conservatively selling more than 150 million albums worldwide. After winning the Eurovision Song Contest in 1974, the quartet would release a string of smash hit songs that made them household names across Europe, the Americas, Australia, and even parts of Asia. The group disbanded in 1982, but found renewed success in the 90s and 2000s thanks to their inclusion in cult movie soundtracks, the record-breaking compilation album ABBA Gold, and a blockbuster musical adaptation, Mammia Mia. Now, more than 50 years after the group's debut, the great pop culture debate wants to determine the best ABBA song of all time. Mammia Mia, here I go again. I'm your host, Eric Resniak. Please welcome my panelists for this episode. Our first panelist is continuously enchained by his own sorrow. It's Curtis Creekmore. Critatita, tell me what's wrong.
Look around, Eric. What isn't wrong? When will I be dancing once again? When will the pain end?
It won't. Just sing a new song, Critatita. Next, he encourages you to lay all your love on him. It's Derek Makita.
If you're gonna gimme a man after midnight, bitch better have my money.
Oh.
Ooh, does your mother know?
Honey, how do you think I got my start?
Oh, actually, we shouldn't do a share thing. That's triggering. And finally, she's young, she's sweet, she's, checks notes, a hell of a lot older than 17. It's Kate Rakulia.
Hi, I may be 80% dust, but I can still dance.
You sure can, and thanks to Boniva, Cialis, and Ensure, we are still having the time of our lives. Up in the producer booth, we have Bob Erlenbach, who is finally facing his Waterloo. If you're curious about how we ended up with this Sweet 16, become a Patreon supporter of the podcast or listen to the 3-minute preview available wherever you listen to podcasts. And don't forget, you can head to this episode on greatpopculturedebate.com to find the listener bracket as well as all 16 nominated songs so you can play along with us at home. While you're there, check out some of their other related episodes, including Best Song of 1978, Best Disco Song, and Best One-Hit Wonder of the 70s and 80s. And with that out of the way, let's look into his angel eyes and get into these debates. First up, the panel voted unanimously to keep dancing and jiving with 1-seed Dancing Queen, which meant that it was the end of the chorus for 4-seed Thank You for the Music. But I do want to speak on music quickly before we go. I love this song. I think it's really sweet. It's about the magic of making music. It's joy, it's gratitude, and it's a different flavor for ABBA specifically and 70s music in general. It also has one of my favorite ABBA choruses, and I love the lilting lines, quote, "Who could live without it? I ask in all honesty. What would I be without a song and a dance? What are we?" Come on. Like Kate Rakulia, I feel like that is right up your alley.
The power of ABBA is how ABBA, we'll talk about this, is how there's a purity to it that, like, is almost pure camp, but also is just, like, lovely and sweet and, like,
It's so sincere.
That's a little saccharine to me. Just
a
little over the edge.
I love it.
That's what ABBA is.
It is, just over the edge. But that being said, we are going to move Dancing Queen into round 2. Next, 3/4 of the panel believe that 3-seed Waterloo had won this war. But Derek still has a sense of expectation hanging in the air for 2-seed Voulez-Vous. Kate, don't surrender like Napoleon. Promise to love Waterloo forevermore. Derek, give us a French tip on why Voulez-Vous is the superior song. And remember, now is all we get, so no regrets. Derek, please go first.
I mean, look, I get it. Waterloo is jaunty and it's happy-go-lucky, but I had to give Voulez-Vous its moment because I just love the seductive drama that it brings to the party. And apart from the live recordings, it actually has the distinction of being the only ABBA song ever recorded outside of Sweden, in this case at the Criteria Studios in Miami. But the reality is Waterloo has had a longer pop culture staying power, and they won Eurovision with it. So I get why it has to move forward here. But I will always have a soft spot for disco ABBA, and I think Voulez-Vous has a sharper edge that holds its own in this matchup.
Yeah, I love the kind of home-wrecking vagina that is Voulez-Vous. I love it. It's just up against Waterloo, it is camp ABBA at, like, I'm not going to say it's peak, because there are a couple more peaker songs than that, but it's close. I'm going to go around. Curtis, are you sticking with Waterloo here?
Absolutely.
Kate?
How could I ever refuse?
How could you ever refuse? You can't. All right, so we'll be moving Waterloo into round 2. Next, the panel is evenly split between 4-seed Money, Money, Money and 1-seed Supa Trupa. Curtis, tell us why you're sick and tired of everything, except for the blinding beams of Super Trooper. I'll tell you why in my dreams I have a plan to get Money, Money, Money into round 2. Curtis, please go first.
This is another entry into the Curtis can't hear good bank. So growing up, I thought the lyrics were, I was sick and tired of everything when I called you last night from Gasgo. Like she had pulled over to get like a bottle of pop at the local gas station named Gasgo. But I digress.
Of course you have.
When I called you last night from Costco.
I mean, there's
That
one
also
coming in
works.
down the street, so
Yeah,
I may
yeah.
call you later.
Every
This-
ABBA song is a story, Curtis.
It is, and that's what I love about them. They're such amazing storytellers, and I talk about that a little bit. This is the song I remember most from my childhood, having stolen my mother's ABBA Gold CD from her Columbia House 20 CDs for only a penny.
Oh, yeah.
I have vivid memories of sitting in front of my television playing Super Mario Tennis on my Nintendo 64 with Super Trooper blaring from the speakers. From the a cappella angelic intro to the Oompa Band chorus, Super Trooper is such a bop. You can't help but sway. I dare you not to sway. I love how this song tells such an evocative and melancholy story of what it's like to be a musician on the road. My favorite lyrics of the song are, facing 20,000 of your fans, how can anyone be so lonely? And then the bridge, he is here. I am still alive. Supapa, trupapa.
The Oompa Band is swaying me. God damn it. He's playing to my inner tubist. Thanks, Curtis. My argument here mainly is one of these songs is universal. One of them is about the need to find a rich man so you don't have to pay your own bills. The other is about being famous and lonely. Obviously identify with the second as lesser than the first, but whatever. There's something about the arrangement of Money, Money, Money that feels like it lives in the exact same universe as the Money song from Cabaret. It's sung by a woman who is tired of busting her ass to make a meager living, who wants to find a rich man just to take everything and so she can live a life of leisure. And like, girl, same. When it was released in 1976, the song hit the top 10 in a bunch of international charts, but weirdly stalled in the US, only hitting in the 50s in the Billboard Top 100. The song ends with, quote, "It's a rich man's world." Billionaires have literally just bought the United States for a song, not this song specifically, but it might as well be this song. And I'm just going to say that I enjoy hashtag Team Get Money Bitch energy. This is really more of a vote against Super Trooper, which is one of my least favorite of ABBA's major hits. I know. Wow. With that being said, Derek, are you Super Trooper or are you Money, Money, Money?
Wow. Well, I mean, Curtis triggered me because I can remember being a bass in the Boston Gay Men's chorus, and my only part in that song was literally "Swoop-a-ba, troop-a-ba." It was, oh my God, it was miserable. All that said, I am actually voting for Super Trooper here.
And as one of the tenor ones, we were just sitting there like swinging our heads back and forth doing the angelic chorus in Curtis's own words.
Just look cute, sweetie.
I don't know if I would call it angelic when you all did it.
How
but
dare you? How dare you? Kate Rakulia, is it Super Trooper or Money, Money, Money?
It's Money, Money, Money for me, even though it is, you know, like your mileage may vary. Money, 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 gimme, gimme, gimme. I'm going to choose gimme, gimme, gimme over Money, Money, Money. But Super Trooper has never really done it for me, which, yeah.
Upstate New York Unite, yeah. Well, here's the thing. It's a split decision, and the one seed is Super Trooper, believe it or not.
Wow.
Yeah. So
Wow.
Super Trooper, the bright beams are going to find us, and it's going to move into round 2. Next is another even split, this time between 2-seed Mamma Mia and 3-seed Lay All Your Love on Me. Derek, don't go wasting your emotion. Make your argument count for Lay All Your Love on Me. I have a fire within my soul, so I'm going to go first to defend Mamma Mia. It is insane to me that this is a split vote. Lay All Your Love on Me is a lovely song, Gail. Beautiful gowns. But Mamma Mia is fucking Mamma Mia. I'm trying to think of other nonsense Italian expletives to convey my shock and horror.
Buongiorno.
Buongiorno. It's a me,
Yeah.
Mario.
Lasagna. I can say that. I'm Italian.
Margarita pizza.
Pasta fagioli.
This
Oh, man.
1975 banger was ABBA's first #1 in the UK after Waterloo, the breakthrough song from Eurovision, and its success made record label Epic take the band seriously. If not for the promotional push that resulted from Mamma Mia, we may never have had ABBA's success or legacy that the band enjoys today. All of that aside, how dare you? How do you not obsess over this song? That instantly recognizable percussive intro, which by the way is a marimba, gives away to the women pissed off at their cheating man, but they get pulled back in because presumably the dick is good. That full-throated chorus, yes, I've been broken-hearted, heaven. The whole thing is as catchy as a 1970s STD. Billboard ranked this song #7 on its list of the 15 greatest ABBA songs, and Rolling Stone listed it #5 on the list of the 25 greatest ABBA songs. Do you want to know where Lay All Your Love on Me is on those lists? Nowhere! If you vote against this, I suggest we go watch the musical or film based around ABBA's music, which is named for one of these songs. I'll give you a hint. It's not Lay All Your Love on Me. Derek, go ahead and talk.
Jesus.
How dare you?
He made a dick joke and then proceeded to follow it up by saying full-throated.
Full-throated.
Yes,
Thank you.
Yes, thank you. We
know
all
where I am.
caught that. We all caught that. Yes.
ABBA would want me to do that.
Well, I mean, shocker. I'm here stumping for Disco ABBA once again. And once again, they're bringing the emotion and the drama in the lyrics, in this driving melody. There is almost something hymnal about the chorus of this song, which was intentionally mixed by Benny and Bjorn to amp up that vibe. Lay All Your Love on Me wasn't originally intended to be released as a single, but it was so popular in nightclubs that it made it a wise move. In fact, it peaked at #1 on Billboard's US Dance Club Songs chart in 1981. I get why you're all voting for Mamma Mia here, but by public recognition alone, by it being the title of their musical and subsequent movies, by being an iconic J word, I just think it's overplayed to the point of eye rolls.
Curtis, where are you on this one? Is it Lay All Your Love on Me or Mamma Mia?
I can't remember how I voted, but I'm so excited to vote again. Derek, you really hit it as we were talking about this at dinner before this episode. Mamma Mia is very overplayed from that perspective, as is Dancing Queen, I have to say. Like, they're a little bit overwrought from that perspective. The better song in this case is... I'm going to go with Mamma Mia. I'm going to go with Mamma Mia.
Kate, where are you on this one?
So I'm going to vote for Mamma Mia, but I will say Lay All Your Love on Me as like an organic hit has, right? Like people were like, I love this. This is a great ABBA song. And I will say that, yes, the musical, the movie is called Mamma Mia, but Lay All Your Love on Me in the movie Mamma Mia is the flipper ballet. So I just wanted to make sure that is just talked about briefly. Just a bunch of shirtless men running around on a dock wearing flippers.
Well,
you know
young
what?
Curtis...
Go ahead.
Young Curtis absolutely would have rewound that VHS tape multiple times, just like Hocus Pocus with I Put a Spell on You.
Yep.
For different reasons.
Derek, you were going to say?
No, I'm just going to say I'm so glad I wasted all my emotions on this song. Because
I
it's
know.
just going out anyway.
And just so you know, I had a line for Mamma Mia if that went out too, but I'm glad I don't have to use it because that would have been wrong. But in all seriousness, we're getting passionate because we love all of these songs. They're all amazing. So great job, Derek. We will be moving Mamma Mia into round 2. Next, the bulk of the panel has lust in its heart for 1 seed Gimme, 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 but Kate is standing on her own for 4 seed Chiquitita. Curtis, help take Gimme, Gimme, Gimme through the darkness to the break of the day. Kate, how I hate to see you like this. Tell me the truth. Why should Chiquitita move into round 2?
Oh, me? I'm going? Okay.
You're going.
I'm very swayable, but I will stump for Chiquitita and tell you why I think I did vote for it. So it was 1979. It was the lead single from Voulez-Vous. It is a charity single. 50% of the proceeds from this song go to UNICEF in recognition of the International Year of the Child, which was 1979. Obviously, everybody knew this. In 2014, all ABBA members actually agreed to increase the donation percentage to 100% of all the proceeds from this song go to UNICEF.
100% of zero is still zero.
As of 2021, though, the song has raised almost $5 million for charity.
Wow, that's
Cher
great.
covered it in 2020. All right, so the reason that I'm voting for this is because I actually don't remember a ton about the movie Mamma Mia other than the flipper ballet. And the scene that Chiquitita is a part of, it's Christine Baranski and Julie Walters trying to console Meryl Streep through a bathroom stall. And it's just like, Chiquitita, tell me what's wrong. It's just like, every ABBA song is a very specific story, and this instance of this very specific story is like, well, obviously this is why they wrote this song, because someday Meryl Streep was going to be distraught in a bathroom stall in a film, and like Christine Baranski and Julie Walters were going to need to console her. So that it is cinema. I love it.
And who knew that the thing that Chiquitita was wrestling with was being out of toilet paper? But thank you very much. Kate, Curtis, you want to talk about Gimme, Gimme, Gimme?
Yes. Synth strings, check. 808 like hoof beats, check. Techno piccolo, check. This song has it all. That 5-note arpeggio in the beginning and throughout the song, it's just such an amazing driving force for this song. The chord progression in the transition from the verse into the chorus makes things sound so ominous and desperate. Eric, I think you know something about being ominous and desperate.
I sure do. There it is.
Whoa.
It's my signature fragrance.
And then you hit the instrumental bridge. I'm not sure if it's a bridge, but it's amazing. There are so many parts of this song that are all stunning on their own, but my favorite part is the angelic chorus singing the that's part. Gimme, Gimme, Gimme has a very different feel from most of the other songs on this list, and I think that really displays the breadth of ABBA. I do love Chiquitita, but I'm going with Gimme.
Yeah, this song is horny. This is absolutely ABBA at its horniest. Derek, is it Gimme, Gimme, Gimme or Chiquitita?
The homosexual says gimme, gimme, gimme.
Okay, the non-homosexual?
Oh, I'm changing my vote to gimme, gimme, gimme.
So that's a clean sweep for Gimme, Gimme, Gimme. It will move on to round 2. Next, it's another even split, just like the members of ABBA themselves, between plaintive songs, 3-seed The Winner Takes It All, and 2-seed Take a Chance on Me. Derek, give me a break, will you? Say your piece on Take a Chance on Me. I'll play all my cards to support The Winner Takes It All. Derek, please go first.
To be honest, I've never been a fan of The Winner Takes It All. And maybe it's just because I prefer ABBA You Can Dance To. And Take a Chance on gives us that. It's got energy and force, and it really feels like a proper bridge between that early 70s ABBA sound and disco ABBA. I also think that it has a pace and an intricacy that feels unique among all the songs in these brackets. There are so many layers. If you listen intently, you could pick up something new each time you listen to it, from the a cappella opening to the overlaid vocals to the various synth styles they employed. I think it's a great representation of just how fantastically innovative ABBA have been at creating pop music. And on that Billboard list from 2017 I mentioned a little while ago, they ranked it number 2. So I say, let's put it to the test and move Take a Chance on Me forward.
I love Take a Chance on Me. This is not a like boo tomatoes situation. This is they're both great songs. For me, The Winner Takes It All, the pathos of this song, the drama. I think it is ABBA's most mature song, at least from the band's original 10-year run. It's so clean, so beautiful, so refined, and yet it's so moving. Agnetha is the lead singer here. Bjorn wrote the lyrics in less than an hour while drunk. It is allegedly not, however, about their divorce. He says it's not, but people have obviously made that connection because it's pretty heavy stuff. This is one of ABBA's last big hits. It was released in 1980, and it was the band's final hit in America, spending literally half of a year on the Billboard Top 100, the longest lasting of any of the band's songs. In 1999, the song was declared Britain's favorite ABBA song via a Channel 5 poll, and in 2010, a poll by ITV ended with the same result. Rolling Stone ranked it as number 8 on its 25 best ABBA songs list. This is two great songs up against each other. It's very different songs. Curtis, where are you on this one?
I'm definitely The Winner Takes It All. I love that song. I think kind of very similar to what I just said about Gimme Gimme being like a different, it's a different direction for them. It's great. So I'm going with The Winner Takes It All.
Yeah. Kate, is it Winner Takes It All or Take a Chance on Me?
I'm going to give it to Winner Takes It All because I think Winner Takes It All is the best example of that really huge like stadium ABBA emotion song. And I think there are other versions of the kind of dance song that ABBA does that are a little like Take a Chance on Me is a great song, but take a chance, take a chance, take a chance.
I do appreciate that. I appreciate that you can make an entire song that has that like the same words over and over again.
Yep.
But yeah.
All right, so it is 3 votes for the winner takes it all, and it will move into round 2. Next, the panel has another unanimous decision, this time in favor of 1 seed SOS, which meant that 4 seed, the name of the game, was, in this case, game over. Kate, did you want to say something about name of the game?
No.
Okay, sorry.
That's okay. I was saluting it as it went away.
Gotcha. Finally, in round 1, the bulk of the panel is hearing the drums for 2 seed Fernando, but I am hoping there is something I can do to move 3 seed Knowing Me, Knowing You along. Kate, tell us why there's still something in the air when it comes to Fernando. Breaking up is never easy, I know, but I simply cannot face that Knowing Me's time is through. I'll go first. Listen, Fernando should move forward here. It's epic. It's absurd. It is uniquely ABBA. Nobody else could make this song, much less make it a hit. Knowing Me, Knowing You is maybe the most upbeat song about breaking up I've ever heard. I also absolutely love the female harmonies in the descending lines in the chorus. I think it's beautiful and just, it's really their 2 voices blending beautifully. It was wildly popular globally and a top 25 hit in the United States. Billboard ranked it as the number 4 on its list of the best ABBA songs. Rolling Stone ranked it as number 2. I still think Fernando should move forward here. Kate, do you agree?
I agree.
Curtis, Fernando?
My name is Curtis Creekmore, but yes, Fernando.
And Derek, is it going to be Fernando or Knowing Me, Knowing You?
Si, senor.
Si, senor. All right, that's the end of round 1. We're going to take a quick break to go check out the restrooms for any lingering ABBA turds. We'll be right back.
My fellow pop culture enthusiasts, the fate of the cinematic universe, the very fabric of fandom itself hangs in the balance. Are you tired of your voice going unheard? Do you have strong opinions of the merits of the prequel trilogy? Do you believe that pineapple belongs on pizza? Well, I do. It's time to make your voice count. Visit greatpopculturedebate.com and cast your vote in our crucial pop culture polls. Your opinion matters. Your vote can shape the future of fandom. Don't let others decide for you. Go to greatpopculturedebate.com and make your voice heard. Together, we can build a better pop culture world.
And we're back for round 2 of our best ABBA song debate. Before we get into the Elite 8, I want our panelists to share their social media accounts, what else they're working on, and also how they first got into ABBA's music. Kate, I'm going to continue the trend of going at the back of the pack. Where can people find you? What are you working on? How'd you get into ABBA?
You can't really find me anywhere. I mean, I'm on Blue Sky as Kate Verkulia, but I'm not really on Blue Sky. I exist on the wind right now, and it's very freeing. What am I working on right now? Nothing. Just kind of living. Just kind of trying to make it through, etc.
Yeah.
I first was introduced to ABBA. It's kind of non-specific to me. There are a couple of things. 1, through you and Bob Drink. 2, through the soundtrack to the movie Dick, which uses Dancing Queen quite prominently in the very end of it, which is a great movie and a great soundtrack. And also my mother did know, Jane had a copy of ABBA Gold on CD that I listened to quite a bit and was like, this is amazing.
I do think that ABBA Gold was a gateway drug for
Oh, yeah.
everyone who was Gen X and later,
Yep.
for sure.
BMG Music Club, ABBA Gold.
God love it. Thank you very much, Kate. Derek, where can people find you? What you're working on? How'd you get into ABBA?
Yes, you can find me on Blue Sky at DRKMKT. I'm working on myself, and gosh darn it, that's enough.
It sure is, Stuart
It
Smalley.
is.
How did I get introduced to ABBA? I'm going to say it was probably Priscilla, Queen of the Desert. I think so. So. I probably had heard ABBA songs before, like randomly on the radio, but my mother and father were very like anti-ABBA, so it was not something that they would have played by choice.
Yeah. And we were talking in the break how it's fascinating how popular ABBA is in Australia. Like, weirdly specifically popular. They're not an Australia band, but they were huge there. So thank you very much. And Curtis, where can people find you? What are you working on? And how'd you get into ABBA?
People can find me on most things. Probably Instagram is, I don't post anything, but I'm on there at Curtitch, Curtitch. I haven't joined Blue Sky yet, but I may. I don't know. I deleted Facebook. Everybody should do that.
It felt so good.
Yeah. Yeah. Or I didn't delete it, but I like took it off because I have so many pictures. But Anyway, I'm not really working on anything. I do have a cello sitting behind me that is begging to be learned, so I will be
does.
working on that. And
does.
also a viola next to it, neither of which I can play, but that's the plan for 2025. And I told my story earlier, so I literally stole my mom's ABBA Gold CD, which was not like any other music that she listened to. Like I grew up with a lot of Southern and 70s rock from my dad, and then country from really both of them, but especially mom, like 90s women country, Reba and Trisha. And then suddenly she signed up for one of those, CDs for a penny, and ABBA Gold showed up, and I was like, this looks neat. So I grabbed it and listened to it and played video games.
Gay awakening. Curtis was also one of 3 people on this call that were part of the Boston Gay Men's Chorus and did the ABBA concert. And the upcoming shows for the Boston Gay Men's Chorus can be found at bgmc.org. Is that the website?
That's correct.
Because Curtis is still a part of that, so you should check them out. The best place to follow us is on Blue Sky at gpcd.bsky.social or at gpcd on Mastodon. You should also make sure to subscribe to our page on YouTube, where we'll be posting more original video content. But what you really need to do is sign up for our weekly newsletter, new every Tuesday at noon, that tells you about everything new in pop culture that week. Sign up by finding the link on this episode at greatpopculturedebate.com or via our link tree on any of our social media accounts. I will say that I was introduced to ABBA, I think, through Muriel's Wedding, another Australian film. And my parents were grooveless crackers. They did not listen to any type of disco. So we never heard any of it until Muriel's Wedding came along. And it was like I said, homosexual awakening. It was amazing. And I've loved it ever since. So let's move into round 2, which will hopefully not go on and on and on. First, the majority of the panel is still digging the Dancing Queen, a 1 seed, but Curtis may finally be facing his Waterloo, as he prefers that 3 seed. Derek, the night is young, the music's high. Tell us why, with Dancing Queen, everything is fine. Curtis, my, I fear that you couldn't escape if you wanted to. But do your best to push for Waterloo. Curtis, please go first.
Waterloo is my favorite ABBA song, period. Full stop. I know I'm probably not going to convince anyone here, but in my opinion, Waterloo is peak ABBA. It is fun, it's energetic, and it has the perfect balance of camp and confidence that makes it an absolute banger.
Boo!
Let me break it down. So, how good is it as a song? Well, Waterloo won Eurovision. Derek mentioned that earlier, but let me say it again. It won Eurovision, this song. It didn't just chart, it launched ABBA into the stratosphere. It's got that triumphant, larger-than-life sound that blends rock and pop and glam in a way that screams, history is being made, and it was back then. Dancing Queen is iconic, sure, but Waterloo has the raw, infectious energy that makes you want to get up and charge into battle. I love a good disco anthem as much as the next person, but Dancing Queen is a song that you sway to. Waterloo is a song that you stomp and twirl and throw your imaginary cape over your shoulder to. It is a song that you play when you win.
Imaginary cape? Who do you think I am, a farmer?
Or your real cape, whatever. It is peak dramatic romance. I was defeated, you won the war. That's enemies to lovers. That's giving up control in the name of passion. That's hot. It is a spectacle. It is fast. It is theatrical. It's got those punchy horns. It is 2 minutes and 49 seconds of chaos. And I live.
I live too. And that was a really good argument, Curtis. You should be very proud of yourself. Well done. Derek, talk to us about Dancing Queen.
So I know that Dancing Queen has sailed through this far based on sheer power and magnitude, and people are going to get to this point and say, well, duh, did I listen to this entire old episode just to hear them pick Dancing Queen in every possible matchup to win the crown inevitably? Where is the Cinderella story? Where is the drama? Well, let's talk about why it deserves to get this far. If you ask any schmo on the street to name an ABBA song, I'm willing to bet money that they will say Dancing Queen. I don't think there is a song in their catalog which has stood the test of time better, which has been used in countless times in TV and movies, which so universally loved and accepted. It says something that it is ABBA's only #1 hit here in the US. To be able to transcend the perception here that all Europop is cheap and hollow, that is no small feat. And I would argue that without a hit like Dancing Queen, ABBA might just be a musical footnote from the 70s. It was, and it continues to be, a stratospheric high point for them. And if it does nothing else but be a great song and an entry point for other people to discover the rest of ABBA's deep catalog of pop, then it has more than earned its place in the pantheon of greats. As recently as 2023, it was ranked number 2 on Billboard's list of the 500 best pop songs. Number 2.
Work. Just point of order. Cheap and hollow is exactly how I like my men. But Kate Reculia, is it going to be Dancing Queen or is it going to be Waterloo?
Waterloo is a great song. I mean, it is the sort of like the first pitch of ABBA into the universe. But Waterloo danced. Waterloo walked so Dancing Queen could dance. Dancing Queen as a song is a perfect pop song. And for all of the reasons that Derek said and more, I'm sure when we talk about it again, Dancing Queen goes forward.
I really appreciated Curtis's point specifically that Dancing Queen is actually not a song that you really dance to. It's a swaying song, and Waterloo is a dance. Like, you are tearing up the floor, as I think Curtis said, but in a much better way. That being said, there is magic in Dancing Queen. I have been very stressed out this entire week, and doing my research for this, I put on Dancing Queen. Yep. It didn't matter. It all disappeared instantly. And it's alchemy. It's alchemy. Yeah, for the first notes of it take me away. So I am giving it to Dancing Queen, and it will continue into round 2. But great job, Curtis. Waterloo was the big bang, and I think Dancing Queen is like the formation of the planets, right? That was a bad metaphor. Forgive me. Next, I honestly had no idea what was moving forward here, so I'm just going to go around the horn. It's 1 seed Super Trooper versus 2 seed Mamma Mia. I'd like to start with Derek Makita. Where are you going?
I think I'm on Super Trooper here.
Okay, Curtis Creekmore, is it Mamma Mia or Super Trooper?
It's definitely Super Trooper here because Mamma Mia is just like it's great and it has all the. Super Trooper is a better song.
Yeah.
Kate Reculia.
Mamma Mia.
I'm
Mamma Mia.
Kate and I can do the like side to side head from the video. Yeah. It doesn't matter because it's split 2 and 2, and actually Super Trooper is the 1 seed and Mamma Mia is the 2 seed.
Wow.
I blame democracy because this is a fault of the seeds. This is bad seeding.
We won't have it for long, so
It's
you
true.
won't have to deal much longer.
Elon, I'm going to need a recount. But for the time being, we are moving Super Trooper into the final 2. Farewell, Mamma Mia. Next, more greed as 3 seed. The winner takes it all. Will need to defend the board from 2 seed. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Curtis, the judges on this panel will decide. The rest of us will abide. But why should winner take this matchup? Derek, there are at least 3 souls out there to hear your prayer on why gimme should advance. Derek, please go first.
So this, again, is disco ABBA perfection and one of my personal favorites. And as I have said before in a previous episode, Eric was actually the one who introduced me to this song one day on a beach in Provincetown. And yes, even in a town full of homosexuals, it doesn't get much gayer than that. Mm-hmm. Before I dive in, let's address the Madonna in the room. Her sampling of Gimme 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 in 2015's Hung Up gave every queer person new life, and I am so excited for her to bring us Confessions Part 2 later this year. Yay. But back to 1979, and Gimme Gimme Gimme, A Man After Midnight busts onto dance floors and into our bedrooms in what may be ABBA's purest disco track. Sadly, it did not chart here in the US, but it was wildly popular throughout Europe, so you know it was something special. The subject matter, Madonna's sample, and Cher's recent cover, blessed by Benny and Bjorn themselves, has made Gimme 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 a gay anthem. And on this here podcast, that counts for something.
It for sure does. Absolutely. Curtis, talk to us about The Winner Takes It All.
So Gimme 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 has the iconic synth riff that's basically its own genre of music at this point. And it's undeniably a dance floor staple. But The Winner Takes It All hurts. ABBA is known for their pop perfection. The Winner Takes It All is something different. It's their emotional masterpiece. It is a gut punch of a song that is wrapped in a deceptively beautiful melody. Agnetha, however she says her name, her vocals devastating, beautiful. Every note carries the weight of heartbreak and regret, and also a quiet acceptance, which is probably what hurts the most. It's not just a breakup song, it's the breakup song. And let's not forget, even though he claims that it's not true, this is allegedly about their divorce. And that adds a whole layer of raw, real emotion. I'm not done. It is not just a song, it's an experience. It's that feeling of staring out a rainy window, pretending you're in a Nicholas Sparks movie. It is the kind of song that makes you rethink every life choice you have ever made. So sure, if you want to dance, Gimme 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 is the move. But if you want to feel, if you want to live in the music, The Winner Takes It All is the only choice.
Ooh, boy, these are great arguments. Well done. Kate Rakulia, is it going to be The Winner Takes It All, or is it going to be Gimme Gimme Gimme?
One of these songs, producer Bob Erlenbach used to sing a slightly adjusted version of around the time that Lord of the Rings came out. That song was Gimli, Gimli, Gimli. So you know my vote.
I was really hoping you were going to say that he did it like in the voice of what's his face?
Legolas?
No.
John Rhys Davies.
Gollum?
Gollum.
Yeah.
That's what I thought you were going to say.
No. Do I always think of that? Gimli, Gimli. Yes, I do. Thank you, producer Bob Erlenbach. That is my vote. And I mean, you want to talk about living in the music. I mean, excellent excellent argument, Curtis. But like, you live in Gimme, Gimme, Gimme. Like that is a feeling and a mood.
I'm going to give it to The Winner Takes It All as well, Curtis. I'm with you on this one. I just think from a musicality perspective and the emotion of it, it's so different from anything else they did. But I am not mad. It's 2-2, and Gimme 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 is a 2 seed. Winner Takes It All is a 3. I am not mad that Gimme 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 is continuing here because, again, this is, do we say that Voulez-Vous is the horniest song? This is desperation. This is like, if
What
I
was
don't.
the horny song? I forget what the horny song was.
I think it was Voulez-Vous, but I'm giving it to Gimme Gimme Gimme, and we're going to move it into the final four. Finally, in round one seed SOS is actually not in distress, as it is unanimously advancing over 2 seed Fernando. But Kate, you wanted to tell us why SOS is still so nice, it's still so good, and you also wanted to say something about Fernando. Why don't you talk about Fernando first?
I'll talk about Fernando because, I mean, SOS is going to go on and SOS should go on. But Fernando there are many different kinds of ABBA songs, right? You've got the sort of like torch song ABBA song. You've got the blazing disco ABBA song, which is like the dance version. You also have these sort of like weird, is it the translation? but perfect little jewels of pop music that you're like, there's no other band that would have done a song like Fernando. It was originally written just for Anni-Frid for her 75 solo album, was re-recorded by ABBA in 76, and it didn't really show up on an album until Arrival, I think it was. And it's on Gold, essentially. It peaked at number 13 in the US, so not like a huge one, but it has sold like 10 million physical copies. It's a very big song for them globally. Fernando was the name of a bartender at a club they went to in Stockholm. So there is a Fernando. The lyrics as we know them in English, the way Bjorn describes writing them, I'm just going to read this quote. I wrote all the songs as little stories. Fernando was about 2 old freedom fighters from the Mexican Revolution. I was lying outside one summer night looking at the stars and suddenly it came to me. That is exactly what Fernando is. It is a pop song about 2 revolutionaries just like thinking about what they've lost in their life, but still like feeling feelings to be together. The Swedish lyrics are totally different. They are about Fernando, who has lost a great love, and Anni-Frid is just trying to make him feel better. So the fact that the English version is this sort of weird little, like, how many pop songs are about the emotional, like the inner lives of Mexican revolutionaries? I can think of one. And that is the gift that ABBA has given us. It's a very special song. It has an incredible flute. Like, it's an experience. It's dramatic. It's theater. It's ABBA.
And it's going out in round 2 because I'm pretty sure, Curtis, you're sticking with us.
No, I'm switching my vote.
Damn!
Somewhat because of what Kate said. That was amazing. And I love a story song, but also, as Eric mentioned, so we were in the Boston Gay Men's Chorus when we did the ABBA concert, and I actually had a duet to SOS, and I forgot the words.
As SOS indeed, honey.
I was in trouble. There was a moment in the song where they do like it's the instrumental little break, and then they dramatically turn back around and look at each other. And when I turned back around and looked at my duet partner, the words just flew out of my head, and I went, oh. And that's all you heard. And thankfully he picked it up and went with it, but it kind of made sense. But I'm voting for Fernando, goddammit.
Prison, honey. Derek, where are you on this one?
So I think that SOS might be the stronger contender moving forward, but I am also voting for Fernando.
Oh my God! Should I do my SOS argument now
You
too?
should do your SOS because we are now split.
The sink
wanna,
is shipping. The ship is sinking.
Do you want to finish your thought there, Derek, or do you want to hear my SOS argument?
No, please go with your SOS argument.
All right. Okay. So when I was like, oh, we're doing best ABBA songs, I'm like, obviously it's going to be Dancing Queen. But as I was like going through this, I was like, actually, it's SOS. It's the fifth single from their eponymous 1975 album. It is also, like Dancing Queen, a perfect pop song, soup to nuts. The construction, the tension between major and minor chord or keys, the way that the keyboard just like bursts into the chorus, the production, the vocal performance is so perfect, it makes me want to cry. It does sound like she's SOS. She's talking about this relationship that's over and she doesn't understand why it's gone. And where the vocal part is, it's right at the break. This song feels like crying ecstatically, which is, I think, a very particular sweet spot that ABBA did so beautifully and were just geniuses at. It was performed in the first season of SNL, which you can watch on Peacock now because all 50 seasons of SNL are on Peacock. It's not great. They sound fantastic, but they were still figuring stuff out in that first season. It's not just like a performance. It's kind of half a skit, like they're playing on the Titanic.
Oh, Jesus Christ,
and
that's
it's kind
grim.
of awkward, but they sound great. And it's been covered by tons of people, including Peter Cetera, Krista Berg, Cher, Portishead, and Erasure. Some fun trivia to date. It is the only US Hot 100 or UK official chart single in which both the artist and the title are palindromes, if that does it for you.
Wow.
It's just an unbelievable song. It is, I love it. The movie, Pierce Brosnan sings it and it's terrible, but the song is perfection.
Yeah, Pierce Brosnan. You had me a palindrome, Kate. In all honesty, like I had started to be swung back over to Fernando, but you got me back with SOS. I was playing it in my head while you were talking, and it's
good.
SOS. So even if it is Curtis and Derek on Fernando,
Yes, please.
Bartender, hello. SOS is a 1 seed, and so SOS will move into the final four. And with that, we have our final four. We're going to take a quick break to RSVP for Muriel's wedding. We'll be right back. Deirdre Chambers, what a coincidence. Hey, pop culture squirrel friends. Are you gagging for all the tea, but missed the latest episode of your favorite show? Don't fret, darlings, because we've got you covered. Head on over to greatpopculturedebate.com for all the juicy recaps, Hanny. We're talking blow-by-blow breakdowns, shade trees full of opinions, and enough pop culture realness to fill a library. So if you want to stay in the loop, and honey, you do, then sashay over to greatpopculturedebate.com/recaps. Because if you can't love yourself, how in the hell you gonna love somebody else's recap? Can I get an amen? And we are back with the final four of our best ABBA song debate. At this point in the show, I always like to take a step back to see if it shook out the way I expected it to. I also like to add at this point that no matter which option wins, we are celebrating all of these entries, and I hope nobody gets salty about what comes next. So we have all 4 1 seeds, which actually does not happen on this show that often. It's Dancing Queen versus Super Trooper. Cannot believe that Super Trooper is a 1 seed, but here we are. Gimme, Gimme, Gimme versus SOS. I think those other two make sense. Obvious omissions that we were getting yelled at over the break by producer Bob included Waterloo, and I was dismayed that Mamma Mia is not here. I do think that those are two obvious inclusions, but all of these, except for Super Trooper, are great songs.
Just so people know, Mamma Mia was the 5th seed, so it was a 2 seed that got knocked out by Super Trooper, and Waterloo was actually the 9th seed out of 16, which is really sad, but it went up against Dancing Queen, which I can only do so much.
I know. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. All right, so Dancing Queen versus Super Trooper. I'd like to start. Curtis Creekmore, where are you going?
You're not going to like me, but I'm voting for Super Trooper because I think it's a better song.
lies and scandals, but that's fine. You are entitled to your wrong
Yeah,
opinion.
you all can vote me out. It's fine.
We'll see what happens. Nothing is certain. Kate, is it going to be Dancing Queen or Super Trooper?
It's absolutely Dancing Queen. There's like no question in my mind. No question. No question.
Derek Makita, Dancing Queen or Super Trooper?
Queen, please.
Queen, please, exactly. Curtis, I love you, and I'm so glad that we've had this time together. But it's Dancing Queen, and it's not because it's the obvious answer. Dancing Queen is a fucking great song and will always be. I will never skip Dancing Queen, and I will do everything in my power to avoid Super Trooper. You wanted to say something, Curtis?
Come on, pepperoni. That's what I was going to say.
Pepperoni's delicious. That's what I have to say to that. So Dancing Queen moves into the final two. Then it's Gimme, Gimme, Gimme versus SOS. I'd like to start with Derek Makita. Which one are you going with?
I'm still waiting for my man after midnight.
Aren't we all? Okay, Kate Rakulia. Is it Gimme, Gimme, Gimme or SOS?
Both of these songs are gifts to humanity, but I'm going to choose SOS.
Curtis Creekmore, Gimme, Gimme, Gimme or SOS?
I'm going to go with Gimme, Gimme, Gimme because I feel like we don't have we need a disco representative in this final two.
Yeah, I think that's a really good argument, actually. I think these are really excellent songs. They're both, I think, peak ABBA, and I would not be mad about either one of them winning, but I like Curtis's argument that, like, ABBA, to me, disco is so important to their DNA that it would be wrong. I mean, I guess Dancing Queen is also a disco song, but it's not an upbeat disco song, right?
It's not
more
up-tempo. Yeah.
It's a mid-tempo. Gimme, Gimme, Gimme is ferocious. And I think I'm giving it to Gimme, Gimme, Gimme. Sorry, Kate. So it's a final two of Dancing Queen versus Gimme, Gimme, Gimme. And Kate, I'd like you to make the first decision. Where are you going?
I mean, it's kind of a gimme, but it's Dancing Queen.
You got Gimme, Gimme, Gimme to Dancing Queen. Okay.
I did. You see what I did? You see what I did there? Yeah.
I did.
I mean,
sorry.
Did we really talk about Dancing Queen that much?
I would love for you to talk more about Dancing Queen.
Friday night and the lights are low, looking out for a place to go, where they play the right music, getting in the swing. You come to look for a king. Anybody could be that guy. Night is young and the music's high. With a bit of rock music, everything is fine. You're in the mood for a dance, and when you get the chance, you are the Dancing Queen. How many other songs directly address you this way? This is like in the second person. You are this ABBA song. And I think that is part of it's so about a time in American popular culture, but it is also like teaching other times about what that time was like, but also transcending that time. And I wonder if the second person is part of that. That's my thought about Dancing Queen.
That's a great argument. And I mean, none of us on this panel were alive when the vast majority of ABBA's catalog was released. And all of us on this panel love this music. And I do think part of it is because of what you just said, Kate.
It addresses you. You can dance, you can jive. You're having the time of your life.
Ooh, exactly. Thank you. Curtis, is it going to be Dancing Queen or is it going to be Gimme, Gimme, Gimme?
I'm going to be the contrarian. Dancing Queen is the most important ABBA song. It is probably the most well-known ABBA song. I do not think it is the best ABBA song. I think that's Waterloo, but I'm going to vote for Gimme, Gimme, Gimme here because I think that it is a better song just from all of the different musical pieces that go into it, the instrumentation, the dance break in the middle of it, which honestly, and correct me if I'm wrong, there aren't a lot of like dance breaks like that in ABBA's music. That was kind of a departure, I think. But it's such a great song that I'm going to vote for it. I know Dancing Queen's going to win, but I will go down in history having represented Gimme, Gimme, Gimme.
And I'm glad that you did. Derek Makita, is it Dancing Queen or Gimme, Gimme, Gimme?
You know, it's funny if I'm thinking about like my own personal rubric, if I were doing this in a vacuum, I could be so evenly split here. I don't think that Dancing Queen is the pepperoni in this argument. I actually think Dancing Queen of all of ABBA's catalog is a delicious mozzarella cheese, and it goes on every pizza. Personally, it just belongs everywhere.
Yeah, I said this in the earlier round, but there's something about this song that just transcends a pop song to me. There is something about the first time I heard it, it was almost hypnotic. It was a genuinely like revelatory experience. I don't think I've ever heard a song like that. And I probably heard it the first time in the mid to late 90s, and it was just there's something about it's not queer contextually, right? There's nothing in the song that feels queer, but by God, it is in its DNA so LGBTQ affirming, and obviously that's not going to matter to a lot of people listening to this, but it as Kate said, it speaks directly to you, and it's promising you that it doesn't matter who you are, where you are, you can have an amazing, magical night. Just dance. And boy, that's ABBA, right? It was this democratizing music, and we were so lucky to be alive when this music was released. That's all I have to say. So there you have it, folks. Our pick for the best ABBA song is Dancing Queen. Do you agree? Do you think something else should have taken it all? Tell us how you really feel by leaving a comment on this episode at greatpopculturedebate.com, or find us on Blue Sky or Mastodon. While you're there, make sure you subscribe and follow the podcast so you can hear about what new debates are coming soon, vote in open polls, and even decide which topics we tackle next. I want to say thank you to my panel. I really do still have faith in you. And thank you for listening. If you loved what you heard, please consider supporting us on Patreon, where you can get even more exclusive content and you get episodes a whole day early. We hope you have a good one, and remember, everyone is entitled to their wrong opinion. Now, let's go trick 3 old men into an elaborate international plot to determine which one knocked up my mom.